Hey everybody, it's Jacob Buchanan from Achilles Mortgage, presenting Mortgage and Muscle. Today I'm here with Troy. He's from a gym partner. He owns this facility. We're gonna talk about fitness goals, financial goals, how they correlate with one another, and maybe talk about that new year resolution that you've been probably thinking about wanting to work on.
Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Troy. I'm the owner of Gym Partner Personal Training. We can go over some workouts, go over some training, but also to finance and how all that relates into life long-term goals. Whether you're trying to get in shape, whether you're trying to get better financial life planning, we're gonna go over all that together. It's gonna be a good day, it's gonna be a good workout. I'm excited to see everyone.
All right, so we're gonna do some shoulders real quick. Do you wanna do presses, you thinking? What are you thinking right now?
Yeah, let's start with some presses, get warmed up. I know your warm-up's a little different from everyone else.
Come on. I'm gonna just start with the 75s, and then
like I said, your warm-up's different than everybody else.
We already kind of warmed up for a little bit off camera. I'm gonna do like 8 of them real quick.
Okay. There you go. Solid. You're gonna be back to doing hundreds in no time.
Trying to get back, bro. Gotta get back.
I did 90s a couple weeks ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't done more than 85s in a long time. That's been a while. So, Troy, what would you say is the huge benefit with your gym compared to going with Bailey's or LA Fitness, something like that?
I would say the huge difference between coming here versus a different gym, that is true customized personal training. So one thing that we have that a lot of gyms do not have locally is that we have our own custom fitness app. With that fitness app, you're able to put in your age, height, weight, your goals, but also a lot of your workout history.
Okay.
And it's not one of those things where you just fill out a form and it's like, okay, let's go do the thing. This app tracks everything from start, and hopefully there's no finish because fitness is a lifelong goal.
Lifelong goal.
And so what we do is we help you with your workouts, we help you with your schedule. A big thing about with fitness, people say, oh, I don't have time to do this, don't have time to do that. We tell you in that consultation form, you go ahead and put your total schedule for the week, for the month, any vacations, holidays you know you're going to be partying for, or weddings, all that kind of stuff. We try to make sure that we have all that put on that form, and then we base our workout program based upon you.
Okay.
It's not just saying, oh, here's the weight loss program. No.
Yeah.
This is like, hey, this is Cassandra's weight loss program. She's going on a cruise in 4 months. She wants to lose 40 pounds in 4 months.
Okay.
So we want to lose 10 pounds each month on average. So we want to lose 10 pounds each month on average. Like, okay, she needs to burn about 4,500 calories within a week. Divide that by 7. Now you're looking at, okay, she needs to burn about a little over 600 calories a day on average in order to reach her goal. All the other gyms don't do that.
Yeah, the fact that you just broke it down in a daily, like, okay, I didn't even think about that.
And so all that's incorporated, so that's our expertise.
Okay.
A lot of these other gyms, they got group classes, they got personal training, they got free weights. You come here, it's just like this, it's just us.
Yeah.
I have 3 other trainers on staff, but our session's always like this. You have the whole gym to yourself. A lot of gyms try to say it's personal training, but how's this personal training? We got people when it's out from the public doing their own thing in the gym, and they don't have access to certain equipment styles.
True.
And they have a trainer say, oh, we can just change this or alternate this.
Yeah.
But then you don't have access to that equipment.
That makes sense. Yeah, you got to wait on it, stuff like that.
Yeah, and so here, myself and the other 3 trainers here, we communicate, we talk about our clients' goals, and we reserve the equipment for you so you can use it whenever it's time for your training session.
Got you. Would you be including diet, or is that an add-on, or what would you say about that?
So everything's all inclusive here.
Okay.
So I include all your nutrition, your workouts. Workouts are face-to-face, but also I give you homework as well. So if you do want to do a workout at home, or if you want to go to like a open big box gym format and do some other equipment styles, I make workouts for that as well. So we're a one-stop shop. You can do all that together.
Okay, so that's one thing that usually that's an a la carte. That's an a la carte right there. So keep that in mind. Nutrition is probably Say like 80% of it, 90% of it.
Exactly. Like to say on nutrition, about 80% of it. You can sit there and train as hard as you want. You can do 1,000 sit-ups every day, but if you're sitting there eating hamburgers, pizza, or even not that going in that far off the deep end. Say if you're just doing gluten, dairy, sugar, fried foods, processed foods, artificial sugars, all that's going to throw you off too as well.
Absolutely, absolutely.
People forget that if you're doing a lot of those processed foods that include gluten in it, you're messing up your gut microbiome, and your body can't process it. And now you're like, oh, how come it's taking me so long to burn this off? It's like, well, there's a stoppage within your gut. Your gut's trying to flush these things out, but it's having things in there that's not supposed to have.
That makes sense. And you kind of touched on it one time. You said that fitness is not a one-time thing; it's a lifelong journey.
Right.
And I just want to kind of correlate that's a financial thing as well.
Right.
So your financial goals is going to be a long-term thing. It's not going to just be 1 month, 1 year, 5 years. It's going to be the decisions you make on a daily basis. More or less.
Exactly.
And owning a home is one specific benefit idea you should just tap into on this new year if you haven't already.
Right. Yes, definitely. My wife and I, we've been in our home since 2020, and we love it. But we definitely say, looking at how the market's changed, you don't want the market to dictate your life.
Absolutely.
I would want to say.
Absolutely.
You want to be able to have control over your life and not have other variables change that. And so if you want to be able to start a family, or if you have a family, you want to be in a house comfortably.
Yep.
And so that starts with your finance. Say, hey, I need to save X amount of dollars per week. We can only go out to eat X amount of times per month. And just having a full budget.
Full budget.
You got, the majority of people who don't budget are the people who are mostly in debt.
Yeah.
Because they don't have those limits and those zones of where they should be.
And that mindset goes the same way as counting what your diet is and stuff like that. So it all goes hand in hand. It's a big correlation with it.
Exactly. One big thing about it is with diet, a lot of times when you diet, you're going to save more money versus eating out. You know exactly how many calories you should eat. You're not being surprised by the menu. You know exactly what the menu should be. You can just really sit there and calculate how much you should spend based upon your diet. The moment you start not having a certain nutrition plan or certain diet, and your calories are 3,000 one day and then 1,000 the next day, and then you're trying to eat out and do that, you end up spending more versus if you just got it from all one spot, where you're buying things from Costco, or if you're doing more like some whole food things, you already know the cost, and you can add it into your budget overall for things.
And that food budget could get real quick.
It can get expensive. Unfortunately, the price of food has been going up pretty crazy recently. But with that, it's like, okay, so I know if it's whether it's chicken or beef, or if you're just buying like a sack of avocados, you're like, okay, so avocados are now costing this much. Now I know I need to only buy this much of rice, this much of veggies, this much of meat.
True.
So I want to keep the avocados in my diet.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Versus going to a restaurant and you're like, you haven't even looked at the menu. You go there, it's like, oh man, this meal costs $35. I only want to spend $20.
Yeah.
Well, you're already there. You're probably going to end up spending more than you wanted to anyway.
That's true. I want to kind of let everybody know your accolades, right? So let's go over how long you've been in the industry for. You know, I know you're a pro now.
Yes, correct.
So get into that a little bit. Like, don't be humble right now. Come on.
Yeah. So I got into bodybuilding in 2015. I got my first Natural Pro card in 2016. I got a total of 5 Natural Pro cards right now. Okay. The only Pro card I don't have is the IFBB, but once I get that, I'll have 6 Pro cards. But I've been in this industry for bodybuilding wise 9 years, and same thing with personal training. The moment I got that Pro card in bodybuilding, that's when friends, family, and colleagues started asking me to start training them, and then that was all she wrote. I started training people in 2015, and then from there, just the business just grew, and now I have my own facility. Man,
that's a blessing. So this man, we went to school together, by the way. We both with the JU alumni in the building, Dolphins. So I want to do a physique show. I was going to try in 2020. My man put me on. I just couldn't do it. But, I think 2025 is going to be the year. You'll get me there.
Just one step at a time. I know it sounds cliche, but really, when I first get people doing shows for the first time, I always have them do like a trial diet. I have this program called Prep for Contest Prep.
Okay.
So it kind of teach you the habits of contest prep. So that way, you know, like, hey, I need to eat my last meal by 8:30. I need to drink a gallon of water.
Okay.
I need to make sure I'm eating these meals on time. It's not so much as super strict yet as it's saying, oh, you only eat 26 almonds. I just want to make sure you're not eating any of the bad stuff. And you're eating on time, you get enough water, get enough sleep, get your workouts in, your cardio. Because once it's time to prep for that show, then that's where the margin of error becomes super thin.
Got you. That makes sense. Yeah. Plethora of knowledge right now with just, and the thing about it is you feel good, you do good. That's usually the correlation, man.
Yes, exactly.
Like it's all your mind and your image, your personal image, lifting some weights, you're gonna, and then the thing about it, you can't, like he was saying, don't let the current market dictate where you want to go, where you see yourself. Because it's always going to be things you can't control, but what you can control is the actions you take.
Exactly.
So I think that's a big thing right there.
Yeah. The main thing is you get that savings up. Once that savings is up, you're in a very good spot, and that's where you have that flexibility. But the moment where your savings is out of whack, you kind of limit your range of what you can buy, your versatility.
Yeah.
And I know you can mention a lot more into that as well. But as long as you know, it's like, hey, I have X amount of savings, X amount I can put it on for the house, and then you feel a lot more comfortable taking that step.
That is definitely. But if you don't have the significant savings, I may have a loan for you regardless. So check in with me. Do you want to keep doing shoulders? You want to do something else?
Let's hit some triceps.
Some triceps? Okay.
Yeah.
So just overhead
triceps. Yeah, hit some overhead tricep extension.
All right.
You'll probably start with the 75 because your warm-ups are different than everyone else.
Come on, man.
I'm going to warm up with 45
I'm
and then go up to 75.
I'm going to warm up with those two. Let's see. I need to get back.
But it's good though. You still got your strength.
Yeah, it's just the cardio though. You know, I'm already slowing down right now.
There you go. That's really good.
Got the old Wayne in the back too. Y'all hear that, right?
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, that music that we used to listen to. Get you right.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, that's one thing here. We try to make sure you're amped up, ready to go. We don't have that same radio playlist running over and over and over on loop. Like, dang, that song ain't that good. Why did you playing it?
For sure.
But
so let's talk a little bit about what gave you the mindset, which not everybody's to jump off that cliff to open your own shop. What gave you that? I'm gonna do this myself at this point.
So kind of gonna piggyback what we're talking about was the savings.
Okay.
So I had my savings in good order where I knew my bills would be taken care of for pretty much almost like 6 months. And then from there, I also waited until I knew my personal training checks were going to be more than what my full-time job checks were.
Okay.
So to give you further background on me, I did commercial credit at Bank of America, and I was doing personal training part-time at the time. And my personal training checks were taking care of all my bills. Now just my part-time job, and Bank of America was just going to the bank. And so when I was like, I already know me doing this part-time takes care of the bills. If I can go ahead and make this full-time, I'll be able to take care of the bills and then some.
True.
And so I was in a comfortable position to say, hey, I'm going to make this jump, leaving corporate America and going to training full-time.
Okay.
Because I knew at least I'll have the clients I have now. All I got to do is add in a little bit more here to make sure I have the expenses of the facility taken care of. And so similar like with budgeting at home, what I did was I did my whole break-even analysis and my ROI, my return on investment.
You hear that right there? You threw something at your rate of return. Okay.
Yeah, I knew what my return on investment was. So then I was like, hey, as long as I get X amount of clients, my return is going to be this. I'm going to break even here. And so it was from there, I already knew once I hit that goal, I'm good to go.
There you go. That's pretty much the same where I'm at as well. The market affected me a little bit more in the financial sector, but hey, 2025, here we come, baby. Here we come.
Yeah, and the big thing is too, it's just being just always seeking knowledge as well, knowing that I didn't know everything.
Yep.
I didn't go to school for business.
Yep.
We were just talking about it here, our different degrees, and in that much. I originally started off, I was in communications, broadcast journalism, and then I went and got 3 personal training certifications, went and got a nutrition certification, and but I still don't have that full mindset in business. Bank of America, I knew how to get approved for things for credit, but not necessarily say, oh, okay, I need to make X amount of dollars per square foot. My hours need to be this. I need to only spend this much on electric, internet, those kind of things. What equipment items I can realistically get and not have to owe money on. I had to do that research and be like, hey, be open to hear different opinions and those things from other people.
True.
Listen to podcasts, listen to reading over ebooks. Just being a sponge for knowledge, knowing that I don't know all these resources.
You gravitated to things that could inform you a little bit.
Exactly.
Learn from knowledge, not by your mistakes.
Yes.
You don't always have to go by mistakes.
Yes,
absolutely.
yes.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and having mentors too. Not be afraid to ask friends questions. I think sometimes people, whether it's social media or whatever it is, when you listen to music or whether it's sports, I think we always tend to have like a competitive mindset. It's like, oh, we want to be better than the next person.
Nah.
And it's okay to sit there and say, hey, this person's a little bit ahead of me right now. Let me give them their flowers, but let me also ask them like, hey, how can you be a blessing unto me? How can you light my candle?
For sure.
I'm not over here trying to undercut you or do anything to you, but what knowledge can you give me so I kind of know what direction to take in my life, and just having those people in your life.
Ducks gonna fly with ducks and eagles gonna fly with eagles. Which one you want to be? that's a big thing right there. And so your circle, they say, look at your 5 people in your circle, and that might tell you where your future is going.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a thing.
And a lot of times it's like not burning bridges either at all.
Yep.
Like I got a lot of my equipment from other gyms. I told them exactly what I was doing. I wasn't really trying to take from them or trying to do anything bad towards their business. A lot of times I got blessings from people.
Okay.
And I was able to get a lot of information from people who are already in the industry.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
of course,
awesome.
I had to make my own business model, of course.
Yeah.
And that's a whole nother thing that we can go over as well. But just be able to get just a little bit from here and there in order to make the complete picture.
And as you see, my man Troy didn't just do the minimum. You can look around the gym. He has gold barbells, you know what I'm saying, some Nike dumbbell plates or whatnot. It's a nice facility.
I had to make sure it stand out. I wanted when people came here, they felt they're at a different gym that had its own uniqueness and really somewhere they want to be. I mean, I know how it is when at the gym, just looking at the same old plates. You know, we want to look good, feel good, and use new stuff. And,
Exactly.
Just make it appealing. Just make it a little catchy to the eye.
Yeah. So we do want to talk about, did you have anything in store for the upcoming year?
Yes. So for the upcoming year, for any signups that we get, you get a complimentary 2 extra sessions. So any signups you have, you get 2 extra sessions. Also, we're waiving the consultation and fitness assessment fee. So typically that would be about a $40 charge for a fitness assessment and a consultation. That's completely waived. So you come in here, I give you a free assessment. We can talk, chat, see what your goals are, see where you want to be. But then also, if you sign up, I give you an extra 2 sessions. So basically, you're getting like 3 sessions on the house to start off for the new year.
That's actions speak louder than words, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, the promotions, check in with Troy for that if you're interested in starting the new year strong. Also, if you're looking to get pre-approved or looking to refinance, I'm doing an appraisal waiver up to $750, or just credit towards buying down your rate or your closing costs. And we can talk about that a little bit more too. Just give me a call.